Welcome everyone back to weekly weather updates, and in today's video we're going to have a look at the latest from the live radar. We'll then run through the weather warnings, as we do have a yellow thunderstorm warning in force for areas in the south and the west. And then we'll have a look at the UK Met Office run, have a look at the precipitation and temperature over the next 5 days, as we still have very unsettled conditions, plenty of heavy showers and thunderstorms around. But when we have a look at the mid to longer range with the GFS, GEM, ECMWF and the Ensembles, it's looking like we could be going very warm as we head into July. Some very hot runs now appearing on some of the operational runs, including the GFS, which lately has shown some exceptionally hot runs, getting temperatures into the mid to high 30s. Again, outliers, but there is that starting to come into the model time frame, so we'll have to have a detailed look at that in the second half of the video. So remember, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe, and remember to follow me on Twitter as well, the link's in the description. So if we do start on the live radar, you can see there is a bit of persistent rain in the east, but it's clearing away. But elsewhere we've got heavy thundery showers in the south and the west. If we zoom in, this is around midday, so not sort of peak solar radiation of the day really, so there's still got a lot of convection to go on the rest of this afternoon. You can already see some red starting to appear, which is heavy torrential rain, accompanied most likely by hail, thunder and lightning. And these are going to be pop-up storms. They're going to be slow moving, and you can see some areas will completely miss them, other areas will get pretty battered as they just sit on top of you. Now the general direction will be southwest to northeast, so it is generally moving in that direction, but most of the instability is in the west and the south. So if you are further north and eastwards, even though it looks like they're heading your way, they most likely will fizzle out before they do reach there. Further northwards you can see still some showers around, and again it's going to be a day of sunshine and showers. If you do put on the temperatures, as of around midday, you can see temperatures are alright. They're not amazing, they're not too terrible. In around that sort of mid to high teens mark, may peak in somewhere in the east around the low 20s again, but nothing too exceptional. Where you have those sunshine and showers, those temperatures are going to be very much up and down. Now if you do have a look at the weather warnings, you can see at the moment we do have a yellow thunderstorm warning for the west and the southwest from midday today till 10 PM tonight. So only really kicking off a bit after I've recorded this video. Now you can see heavy showers will develop through the morning with isolated thunderstorms during the afternoon and evening. These will bring the potential for lightning, hail and heavy rain, with a few places seeing 10 to 20 millimeters of rain. Quite a lot of rain and a small chance of 40 millimeters in 2 to 3 hours. Showers are likely to weaken over parts of Wales and southwest England during Thursday evening, but will persist longer in parts of central England and the Midlands. Very likely lower end of the impact scale, so very likely we see heavy thundery showers, but their likeliness of being really impactful is low. So we'll have to see exactly what happens this afternoon, but if you are seeing this video, most likely if you are in the west and the southwest, there are a lot of thunderstorms around, so please do be aware. Now if you have a look at the UK Met Office run, have a look at what's happening with the precipitation and temperature, and you can see a persistent band of rain has moved northwards over the course of this morning, and it's off into the North Sea now. And if we do spread towards this afternoon, you can see those heavy thundery showers breaking out mainly in the south and west, but also into parts of northern and northeastern areas. The far east holding off a little bit, but with thicker cloud around. Just a widespread day of heavy showers and thunderstorms. As we head through to tomorrow, you can see a few showers spreading northwards and eastwards, a little system there, some heavy thundery rain potentially mixing with that. And by Friday afternoon, it doesn't look too terrible in most places, but again, as we head towards 1, 2, 3 PM, heavy showers and thunderstorms breaking out further eastwards before slowly dying away as the afternoon and evening goes on. Another persistent band of rain moves in from the west, and that continues pushing in, bringing heavy thundery rain perhaps for some through the early hours of Saturday. By Saturday afternoon, still sunshine and showers, but they don't look quite as intense and quite as widespread. As we head towards Sunday, you can see again sunshine and showers, but those showers are exclusively further eastwards and northwards and starting to clear away. And by Monday, turning much drier in the south. There's that high pressure, it's starting to build in, but with still some shower activity further northwards. Now if we do look at those 2 metre temperatures, see what they're showing over the next 5 days, you can see the temperatures this afternoon again peaking around that 20 to 21, 22 degree mark, perhaps elsewhere mid to high teens. As we head towards Friday afternoon, you can see the temperatures once again getting towards that 19 to 22 degree range. Nothing too exceptional, but warm enough if you do have a bit of sunshine, but feeling cooler if you've got some precipitation around. As we head into Saturday, you can see again temperatures maybe 20 to 23 degrees in the far southeast, elsewhere up and down between that sort of 18 to 22 degree mark, just simply depending on the shower and cloud amounts. As we head into Monday, you can see again those temperatures, or do we skip? Oh, you can see again Sunday, very similar, 20 to 21 degrees, nothing too crazy, but very similar to the days we have at the moment. And again, as I said, we move into Monday, more widely 20 to 24 degrees as high pressure builds into the south, much cooler further northwards with persistent blanket of cloud and precipitation. But as I said, it's high pressure building in, and if we do have a look at those pressure values, you can see by Monday afternoon, and if we even move into early hours of Tuesday, high pressure building in from the southwest, low pressure further northwards and eastwards, and it's pushing the shower and cloud amounts away out into the North Sea. Now if we do have a look at the GFS, see what that is showing for the mid to longer range. Now this GFS one is pretty extreme. It's the midnight run. 6Z hasn't fully come out, so I'd rather show you the midnight run, which is completely out. It goes very, very hot in the longer term. And we'll have a look at the ensembles for this midnight run, and you'll be able to see it is a big, big outlier, but it gets up to that 20 degree ice firm at 850 HPA, which is incredibly hot. So do run through, again, we've got a lot of low pressure around at the moment, but as we head towards Monday, Tuesday time, high pressure builds in and turning much drier and warmer. Now initially the air mass isn't too exceptional, it's around or maybe even slightly below average, but it's beyond that, beyond day 10, we could see that high pressure move eastwards, start to pull up some incredibly hot air. Look at that intense air mass, and you look at the temperature deviation, incredibly hot, 12 plus degrees above average, very, very warm indeed. And right towards the end of the run, you can see again that hot air getting swept away, and that will be a huge thundery breakdown that we'd have to keep an eye on. So yeah, looking very interesting over the next sort of couple of weeks. We've got cool, thundery weather at the moment, turning much drier towards the start of July, but towards the middle could turn incredibly hot on some runs, and again that will bring in the associated risk of the intense multi-celled storms, not pop-up storms we have at the moment, multi-celled systems that could be very, very disruptive. But it is in the longer term, day 10 and beyond, so it is quite speculative at this stage. Now if we do have a look at the EGM, see how that does compare. Again, low pressure running around at the moment, high pressure building in towards day 10, and you can see it is moving towards Europe, but that wind direction is still generally in from the west or the southwest, so it is a warm direction. You can see the air masses are around or above average. You can see again 4 to 6 degrees above average for the majority of the country, so it'd be very warm and very dry, sort of perfect conditions. I think it would be mid-20s, maybe high 20s for some, but widely dry with very few showers around, proper summer weather. And again, if these temperatures do climb enough, we could even call this a heat wave sort of pattern if we do reach those heat wave thresholds for more than 3 days. And in the southeast, that's around 27, 28 degrees plus, elsewhere between 25 and 27 degrees. So potential is there, but at this stage we'll have to just keep an eye on whether we do see these sort of warm heat wave like patterns appearing for around that 5th to 10th of July mark. Now if we do finish by having a look at the longer range individual models, by having a look at the ECMWF, again low pressure running in at the moment, high pressure building in toward the early parts of the week, and again high pressure just in control. A bit of a kink in the ice bars there, so a little low pressure system could come into the north and the west. That's something we always have to keep an eye on here. We have a low pressure well to our north. We could always see little weather fronts and small low pressure systems encroach for the far north of Scotland. If you look at the air masses, above average again, 10 to 15 degrees at 850 HPA, which widely would give temperatures in the mid to high 20s. Again, if you've watched my 850 HPA temperature explainer, you'll see around 10 to 15 degrees. You add 15 degrees for being peak temperatures in the summer, those highs around 25 to 30 degrees, so very, very warm, and again could reach heatwave thresholds if we did see this over a number of days, which is quite likely with this sort of high pressure setup. So if we now have a look at the ensembles, you can see generally over the next sort of 5 to 7 days, we are around or below average in terms of upper air temperatures. But as we head around that sort of 5th to 10th of July region, some of the ensemble members are starting to creep above average, and all are above average around that sort of 10th to 15th of July, or the majority are. And we're seeing some very, very warm, if not hot runs appearing. And you can see that GFS Operational Run there, exceptionally hot. Again, an outlier, only got a couple supporting it, but it is very dry, which is the most important thing through most of these ensemble members as we head through into July. If we do look at those 2 meter temperatures for the midnight run, you can see recovering over the next few days as it does dry. Even those upper air temperatures are not increasing massively, it's going to generally be warmer, with those temperatures are in the low 20s mark, around that 21 to 23 degree mark, if not a few degrees higher in some regions. 25, 26, 27 degrees is even possible with average upper air temperatures. Beyond that, we can get much higher than that when we see those warmer upper air temperatures potentially coming, maybe high 20s into the 30 degree range. So yeah, looking very hot on some of these runs, but the most important, as I said, is dry. Again, very similar in the ECMWF run, around that sort of 7th to 9th of July mark, we're crossing average to above average, and considering we've got 50 ensemble members, it is incredibly dry. And again, you look at those 2 meter temperatures increasing as we head into the first half of July, getting back toward that mid, maybe high 20s mark. And again, if we saw something like that GFS Operational Run, you couldn't rule out us getting into the mid 30s potentially. But the headline is looking unsettled, thundery over the next few days as we head towards the end of the weekend, start of next working week. It's looking like things will turn much, much drier, and potentially we could be going much, much warmer as well as we head through July. Potentially, Heatwave could be on the cards. I don't want to call it at the moment, but if we did see this consistency continue over the next few days, we could be looking at the potential of quite a widespread warm slash heatwave type pattern as we head into July, which I think a lot of people will quite enjoy as we're heading into the peak summer months, when a lot of people are starting to have time off. Schools are starting to ramp up and finish for the term, wind down, and finish for the term. You've got sports days, all these sort of things. It does look like the weather is going to be playing ball at the moment. So anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you stay safe out there over the next few days with the heavy thundery rain around, and I'll see you again for another video soon.